Ritika,
Unmute yourself.
yeah. Hello, good
Ritik,
afternoon, everyone.
good afternoon. Ritika, you can hear us and see us, both of
Yes.
us. Okay.
Yes, I can.
Comfortable to take up the interview.
Yes, I am.
You are from Southeast, sorry, Northeast, no? Somewhere.
Yes,
Are you
I'm
from
from West
Northeast?
Bengal. I'm from West Bengal,
I thought you are
basically.
from West Bengal. I thought that you were from. Anyway, let's start the interview.
Yeah.
Ritika, give a very brief introduction about you.
Okay, so sir, as you all already know, my name is Ritika Tamang. I come from the land of white orchids, Koshong. It's a small town in the district of Darjeeling. And about my family, I come from a family of four, where my father happens to a retired army officer. My mother, she was a teacher, but right now she's running a restaurant of her own. I have a younger sister. She's in class 7. And
Talk less about the siblings. Talk more
sure.
about.
Sure. And after that, about my education qualifications, I have done my BTech in computer science from Surendra Institute of Engineering and Management. Before that, I have completed my class 10 and my plus 2 from St. Anthony School, Kershaw.
When did you complete your BTech?
I completed it in the year 2021.
Okay.
So yeah, I can go forward.
Okay. Being a BTech student,
yeah,
computer, there are ample scope for it.
I have sat for different interviews for different companies, and I have nailed it. Before coming for the exams, I was working for ICICI Prudential, where I got the mentorship of my seniors, my branch manager, who motivated me to sit for the exams. So that was the reason I had to leave it. And I realized after preparing for the exams, I realized that this is the sector where I really belong. And I realized that there are lots of scopes for me in this sector. And as they say that you do well when you do something that you really want to do. And that is the reason why I feel that banking is
Be
for me.
little brief in your answer. Anyway,
Yeah.
when you have already worked with the ICICI Prudential,
Yes.
in a banking sector already you have worked. And it
Yes.
must, how is your experience and what type of things you are handling there? Jobs?
Actually, I was in the agency channel of ICICI Prudential. So because of that, there was a huge pressure on me because we had to go for the searching for new agents, and then also for customer search was always on. So it was a quite pressurizing work, but also a work where I could learn, I could go out of my comfort zone and learn a lot about life and experiences. So I came across different personalities who taught me a lot of things in life, which I have implemented personally. So that is what
then what are the different managerial qualities and other things you have imbibed from that organization, which you feel that will be very relevant when you join as a bank PO?
Okay. So, sir, there were different personalities. I had different managers as well. I was a unit manager scale 1, but we had branch managers, ASMs, and our senior managers. So everyone was of different personalities. Some was a little strict on the tone while talking to the juniors. Some were very lenient to the juniors, and some were like they understood us, but they didn't know how to express it to us. So the most beneficial thing that I learned from my branch manager was listening. A good listener is a good manager and a team player. Because he was a team player, he always believed in his team.
Kindly highlight your points in a very brief, precise manner.
Yeah. So what I mean is, my branch manager, though
you
he
say
had
that
a lot.
these are the qualities I have, listening to people. Okay. What else?
Okay. So what I basically mean is that my branch manager, he used to let us do what we wanted to do, let us have the agents we wanted to recruit in our teams, right? And because every time he was also in tremendous pressure, but he never let that pressure come up to us. He always knew our pace of work, and he always asked us to be in our pace and to work, because he always said that we work better when we are allowed to do what
you say that stress management.
Yes.
Because managing his stress in a better way that you have learned. Like this. Loading points. Just I need points. I don't want any elaboration.
Okay. So one was listening, another one was understanding, third one was being vocal about your thoughts. I
Okay.
guess these three are the most important things that a manager should have.
So how you feel that your as a BTech computer science student, you could have also joined. The option was available to you in a public sector bank like IT officer. You have applied for IT officer also.
No, no, I did not because
Then
yeah,
why PO? Why not an IT officer? And
I did
how
not
your
want
but how your academic background will be relevant in a
for
bank?
bank.
Yeah.
So basically, every time I come across this question, I always say that engineering is something that chose me. I did not choose engineering. It was my mom's incomplete dream to become an engineer, so I did it for her. But during this engineering, I realized my strengths. Again, I'm highlighting the same
Mm.
point again. And my strengths are into marketing, business, and about banking sectors. So that is the reason why I feel like PO is the perfect job for me, and I am really into this field. I feel like
Ritika, as you have already told that you were in agency channel of ICICI Pro.
yes, sir.
Okay. Uh, Tell us any excellent experience you have when
During
you
that,
recruited some agent.
uh,
Have some wonderful business through.
which was a very satisfying experience
Yeah.
for you, the very yeah, that you like to cite.
So I do not have such agent who did a tremendous job for me, honestly, because I don't know, maybe there was some issue with me recruiting a good agent for myself. They always did some business for me, but my day of shine in the field of ICICI Prudential was when I did a business for myself, and I became the star manager of the particular branch. It was when I came across a customer. His name was Navdeep Moktan. So he was someone before whom everyone was running after him. And he is a very genuine and a nice person, but he does not invest in a lot of agencies, right? So that was one of the toughest thing. We had to handle him. I took like around 2 to 3 months running after him for a small business. I was running after him for a small business, but later, because he trusted on me and the bond that I created with him during the span of 2 months, he invested around 2 lakhs with me. And also, he did another policy in his mother's name of 5 lakhs rupees for us, which was a gift policy for us. So that was one of the months where I was shining as a star for my company.
One thing more I would like to know in this context only, as you are performing well in ICICI Pro, moreover, all your personality
Targets have
traits are
been
being satisfied. As you have already told, you love
Yes.
marketing, you love interacting people,
you have
you are
got some
people
recognition
people.
also.
So
Yes.
all that was being done there only. So then why has forced you to come to bank and you thought that it is a better place for you?
Why didn't
So,
you stick to that ICICI? It's
yes.
a good organization.
Yes, it was one of the best organizations, and I'll always be thankful because actually ICICI is something that made me what I am today, right? But you know, having recruiting agents, when you have to recruit agents, and along with that, you have to keep that in mind that your agents are performing well. Along with it, you have to make sure that you are doing your business well. You know, you cannot work in like different directions in one go, and because of which my performance was actually impacting me, you know, in a different way, but it was definitely impacting me. So I did have a one-to-one conversation with my branch manager. As I said, he's the one who motivated me to sit for the exams and for IBPS. So he came to me and he told me and suggested me that I have my age ahead, and ICICI will always be open for me, right? If I want to go back and join them. But right now, when I have my age, I should always opt for IBPS exams, because he also thought that I would
So you
shine
mean
more.
to say that more satisfying area you may have in bank
Yes, yes,
while speaking directly to the customer.
yes, exactly.
Okay, if you as a PO,
Yes, sir.
you are assigned the job of marketing because already
Yes,
you have
sir.
worked in marketing
Yes, sir.
area in as far as Prudential, and you have achieved many prestigious awards and whatever it
Yes,
is.
sir.
So, how would you like to mobilize the third party products for the bank?
So
third
third
party
party.
products.
Okay. So actually, I could not understand the question. If you could just.
Suppose you are given an opportunity to work for marketing of third party products, you understand? Other
Yes,
than
I
deposit and
understand.
advances,
Yes,
insurance
insurance
business,
and everything.
Insurance,
Yes,
mutual
capital
mutual
funds.
funds.
services,
Yes, sir.
government business,
Yes,
mutual
sir.
fund, so such type
Yes,
of
sir.
things. So
Yes,
which
sir.
earn some kind of
Mm-hmm.
what will be your strategy for doing it? कैसे करोगे? In SME urban
So
or urban center में क्या करोगे?
हाँ सर, पहले तो कस्टमर के साथ एक रैपो बिल्डअप करना पड़ेगा मुझे बेसिकली. नाउ दैट रैपो कैन बी बिल्ड इन वेरियस वेज. वन इज बाय being able to speak in the accent that they are speaking to me in, because they will comfortable to communicate with me. The second will be by understanding their needs. You are always beneficial for a person or a customer when you understand their needs, not your needs but their needs. So
Okay.
if I know their needs by creating a rapport, it will be very easy for me to sell the third party product to them. I won't be selling something which is irrelevant to them. Secondly, I won't be selling anything which is a miss sell for them. And thirdly, it is going to be beneficial for them in a future run. So I guess that are the three reasons and three stages how I'll be selling the third party product to a customer.
Ritika, what is the difference between marketing and sale?
So marketing is something where we market our products. Like if I'm someone sitting in front of you, I'll be telling you about all these products, and I'll be telling you all the features, and I'll be telling you why is this important to you. Now, when it comes to sell, there are different ways of selling a product, right? So one of the ways is by telling you that you need this and convincing you to buy it from me. Now, that is one of the ways of selling. And another way of selling is making such need in your life, creating a scenario of such need in your life that you need this product. So that is going to be selling.
Well, selling means you to force the person to go for that particular product.
Not
In
directly
marketing, giving them the opportunity to
to understand.
them to go for the product.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Ritika,
Yes, sir.
you have heard something called monetary and credit policy of Reserve Bank of India.
I have, but I don't think that I have a sound knowledge. I'm
You have
sorry.
not gone through.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You do not know what is the objective, why it is done, nothing of this
No,
sort.
sir.
You have absolutely no idea about.
I not really, sir.
Okay. What is your perception of how do you explain to me what a bank is?
I need to explain to you what a bank is.
Suppose I ask you, you explain to me, bank क्या है? So how will you define a bank?
Okay, so sir, if I am saying about a bank एक ऐसा जगह है जहाँ पर आप आकर अपना पैसा सिक्योर करके रख सकते हो. इन नॉट जस्ट इन अ वे कि आपका पैसा वहाँ पे ऐसे ही रखा रहेगा एक तिजोरी के अंदर, बट एज इन कि आप वहाँ पे अपना पैसा रख रहे हो और आपको वहाँ से परसेंटेज मिल रहा है और आपका पैसा बढ़ रहा है. सो अगर आप वो पैसा आपके घर में रखते हो तो वो पैसा वहीं पे रहेगा.
तो बैंक उसको लेके क्या करता है? That means they accept deposits.
Yes, yes, yes.
And
so
what are the other activities which banks are now interested with?
So अभी banks goals को भी वो कर रहे हैं, preserve कर रहे हैं from the customers, and not just that, banks are also giving a lot of.
What are the core activities of a bank? Basically, what are the primary activities which the bank conducts and supposed to conduct?
I do not think that I know a proper answer.
to accept deposit for lending.
Lending money without lending, if you do not recycle that money in lending activities,
Yes, sir.
so how you are going to garner profit?
Yes, loans. Okay. Yes, sir.
So that because you are going for a financial sector,
Mm-hmm.
so there will be some questions naturally on financial sector, and you have already worked in a bank.
Yes, sir, indeed.
What are the sources of profit for a bank? After you have worked in a private concern like ICICI, so,
yes, sir.
So they are all exclusively very profit oriented. They are obsessed with profit. So profit कैसे bank कहाँ से कमाता है? What are the different sources from which bank earns profit?
So one of the sources would be loans, by giving loans, एक तो वो होता है, and then mutual funds भी अभी banks के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा profit लाता है basically, क्योंकि वहाँ पर it is not a push product but a pull product mutual funds, तो वहाँ से भी banks को बहुत profit होता है, और ICICI तो basically pull products में ज़्यादा invest करना वो करता है, तो ये दो, और third one would be, yes sir.
Okay, suppose
Yes,
you are working in a rural bank branch.
Yes, sir.
Because you are going for a public sector bank.
Yes,
Some
sir.
of the banks will be located in a very remote, inaccessible rural areas. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes,
So there may not be much scope for mobilizing third-party products.
Yes, sir.
This may bank and some extra non-interest income or something like that. Fee-based
Yes,
income नहीं earn कर सकता है. You have to exclusively go for deposits and advances. तो आप उसमें किस टाइप डिपॉजिट लोगे, किस टाइप एडवांसेस करोगे, एंड हाउ विल यू मेक इट प्रॉफिटेबल एक रूरल सेक्टर में?
Okay, so advances.
As a branch manager,
advances as in, I could not understand.
In a rural, if you are posted
Yes,
in a
sir.
very remote rural areas,
Yes, sir.
where you are talking of, we are talking now of third-party products. Third-party products, there is no scope in that area. But you need to earn profit. You have to make the branch profitable. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
तो कैसे करोगे? What will be your strategy as a
Sir,
manager?
wants to know what will be the avenues available to you as a rural branch manager to increase profit?
To maximize
Yes, sir.
profit.
So one of the ways will be by giving them loans again. लोन्स प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं हम हमारे कस्टमर्स को, उन लोग को उस लोन्स का बेनिफिट्स क्या होगा और उस लोन्स में उन लोग को कितना रिटर्न करना है, ये सब अगर हम अच्छे से उन्हें समझा दे, और क्योंकि रूरल एरिया है तो उन लोग को डेफिनेटली कुछ स्टार्ट करने के लिए या फिर
But other than loans,
what other than loans, I guess I am not able to answer that then, so I'm sorry.
Other than loans और कुछ है? Non-interest income वगैरह के लिए? What other areas?
Yes, sir.
What are the other avenues available to you, options available to you to generate profit other than loans, as he say?
So हम accounts
in a rural area, in a rural area.
Yes, sir. So हम accounts खुलवा सकते हैं customers को. We can go approach to a lot of.
But opening an account is a cost to the bank.
Yes, sir.
Bank is paying interest for that.
What are the avenues?
So अगर if you are to तो क्या और क्या available है? Because that whatever funds you are mobilizing under deposits,
yes, sir,
is the same funds you are deploying in lending activities, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And for deposit, I am paying some interest to the depositor.
Yes, sir.
So what type of deposits you will mobilize? Agar, if you are saying that because that is the raw material which you are going to utilize for profit sake, then what type of deposits you should go for?
So
what type of lending activities you will do? What are the risks involved? And other than this advances, what
yes, sir,
other areas are there where you have chances of prospects of profit are there?
So I guess the current accounts, because I
current
have,
account both come very less scope in rural areas also.
yes,
I agree that CASA is very profitable
CASA, yes,
because
sir.
a low cost deposit. Current account, what is the interest bank paying on current account?
I cannot recall. I'm sorry.
It is interest free.
Okay, sir.
So if you CASA you must
Yes,
have heard
sir.
in ICICI. CASA,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes,
CASA
sir,
means
actually.
current account and saving bond. If you
Saving.
mobilize funds at a cheaper rate,
Yes, sir.
and those funds you deploy in advances, so naturally chances of profit will be more. Okay, लेकिन
Yes,
I
sir.
think you have less knowledge of these things. You have never
Indeed.
been exposed to this kind of thing. Have you heard anything called financial inclusion? सुना है?
I have read about it while preparing for means, but I don't think I have sound knowledge. I'm sorry.
DBT सुना है? Have you heard?
DBT, depth, something like that.
You belong to Darjeeling? You belong
Yes, sir. Direct, yes, sir.
benefit transfer. Direct
benefit transfer.
You
Okay,
see,
sir.
government is giving so much of subsidies, releasing so much of help to these, socioeconomically deprived people.
people.
So that is going directly being routed through their accounts.
Okay, sir.
If this because they have an account in a bank, so
Yes,
that is
sir.
being sent directly in their account, so there cannot be any kind of involvement of any middleman. There cannot be any pilferage or any kind of this thing that is
Okay, sir.
misuse, misappropriation of funds. नहीं हो सकता है. That possibility is ruled out. It is
Okay,
directly
sir.
going in their account because they have an account. So financial
Yes.
inclusion is a very important concept. You have never heard Jan Dhan Yojana, you know.
So I have heard about all of it, but I guess I have not have
So
a
that means
sound about
banking
it.
part you have totally, financial part you
I
don't have
have.
much knowledge.
Sir.
You know what is the inflation?
So inflation तब होता है जब पैसों का वो डिक्रीज हो जाता है जब को
Decrease हो जाता है.
as in
Purchasing
कि
Liquidity.
as
Liquidity
I
you are
mean
saying.
yes sir.
You are saying demand माने liquidity कम हो जाता है ना, क्या बोला?
यस मतलब उसका मतलब इन्फ्लेशन एज इन कि किसी चीज का कमी होना स्टार्ट हो जाना एज इन
purchasing power.
हाँ यस सर सॉरी आई एम सॉरी आई कुड नॉट एक्सप्लेन
I cannot explain. You belong to Darjeeling?
यस सर आई डू
So Darjeeling is a very important tourist place, destination.
इंडीड यस सर
So how would you project Darjeeling to me if I am a stranger, I am coming to Darjeeling for the first time? So can you just highlight some of the...
So Darjeeling is called the Queen of Hills. It's one of the most beautiful hill stations, and the most beautiful time to visit Darjeeling would be in the early summers or either right now. Right now is also a pleasant time to come to Darjeeling because the weather there is quite sound and there are high chances of having snowfall there. So these are the two times where you can definitely visit Darjeeling for a better view. And about Darjeeling, Darjeeling is also rich for its tea cultivation. Darjeeling tea is very popular and very famous in different countries as well. And about the most beautiful thing about Darjeeling is the people of Darjeeling. You'll find very sound and very friendly communities and very friendly people in Darjeeling, where you will not feel like you are an outsider. You'll always feel like you have been to this place like from a very long time. One of the reasons Darjeeling people are very sweet is because of the kind of food that we consume, that are momos, chow means. These are one of the favorite cuisines of Darjeeling. So when you come to Darjeeling, you should definitely try the tea momos, the momos, and the thukpas of Darjeeling. They are one of the best in the world, I feel.
But for some time, there are a
Yes,
lot
sir.
of resurgence activities
Yes,
in
sir.
Darjeeling, particularly which was spearheaded by these Gurkhas.
Indeed, sir.
Is it still persisting or it has been resolved?
So if you talk about it in every Gorkha's heart, then yes, it is still there. But when you talk about it outside, like, is it still protesting outside? No, then no. There's no protest going around right now. But yes, there's always a small part of it in every Gorkha's heart that yes, we needed what we wanted. But other than that, it's not like protesting outside right now. So it's very
How is the tea,
peaceful.
they say that Darjeeling tea business is showing a declining trend nowadays.
Yes,
Like that,
indeed.
why? What are the reasons?
So one of the reasons why I feel that is because here in Darjeeling, what was actually a source of argument was because the tea people, that small people who go for that picking the टी लीव्स राइट, जो पत्ती टीपने जाते हैं, लेने जाते हैं, वो लोग दिन भर काम करते हैं पर उन लोग का वेजेस बहुत कम रहता है. और जो भी दार्जिलिंग को प्रॉफिट होता था वो मैनेजर लोग, जो बड़े उस्ताद लोग होते थे, वो लोग ले जाते हैं. तो जो छोटे छोटे काम करने वाले, बगान में काम करने लोग होते हैं, उनके पास ज्यादा पैसा नहीं होता. तो नाउ दोज पीपल हैव स्टार्टेड टू गो फॉर अदर वर्क्स, दे गो फॉर लाइक, सम गो टू अ मैकेनिक्स शॉप टू डू सम मैकेनिक वर्क आउट देयर, सम गो फॉर हाउस स्टाफ एज अ हाउस स्टाफ. सो ये लोग डिफरेंट सेक्टर्स में बढ़ चुके हैं. तो हमारे पास उतने ज्यादा रिसोर्सेज नहीं है कि हम जाके पत्तियों को टीप पाए. और ऊपर से हमारे बहुत सारे जगहों को बेचा जा रहा है to Mayfairs for building different big restaurants and resorts. So those are the two reasons why I feel कि हमारा यहाँ पे decline हो रहा है tea cultivation में.
Acha, you are a technology student. You are a
Yes, sir.
student of computer science.
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me, the Reserve Bank is now introducing a digital currency,
Yes.
central bank
Yes, sir.
digital currency, must have heard.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So on which technology it is best?
So इतना मुझे नहीं पता है कि किस टेक्नोलॉजी पे बेस्ड है. I just recall that till
Blockchain,
November.
blockchain technology. I answered blockchain. What is blockchain technology?
Blockchain. I do not have an idea about it, sir. I'm sorry.
That is your strength, no? What are your hobbies?
Sir, I have different hobbies. Basically, I like writing, reading, playing different instruments, and I like painting. And also, I'm a dancer. I teach dance. So I call myself a jack of all trades, but master of none.
Writing, what type of, in which language you write? You are
I
a
write in
creative writer?
I just write what I think. So
You write
especially
what
in
type of,
Nepali.
what is your
Do you write poems or some?
Yes,
poems
I
or,
write poems. I write
or short
poems.
stories or okay,
No, I write poems.
in which language you write?
I like writing it in Nepali and also in English sometimes, but mostly I prefer Nepali.
Nepali language. चलिए, who are your that is reading? What type of books you love to read?
There are different genres of books, but honestly, one of the books that I really like is 40 Rules of Love by Elif Shafak. It is because she has written it about Rumi and Shams of Tabriz. So that is the only book that I am really fond of till date.
Hey, that is only one book, but
Yes, sir.
when you have taken,
Yes, sir.
you say
Yes, sir.
reading is your hobby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So then you should be passionate about it, and you must be.
Yes,
Why
sir.
one book only? Then you cannot
Yes, sir.
call it as a hobby, no? If
Yes, I
you're
do
only fascinated by
understand.
one book,
Yeah,
so that
actually,
cannot.
I'm fascinated with that book, and that is the reason why I started reading, because it's about Rumi. So I got to know about Rumi, and right now I'm reading Rumi's book. Earlier, before that, I used to read a lot of love stories, to make myself go, because I don't like watching movies. So I quite read a lot of stories. So yeah.
Okay, you are a dancer. You are a classical dancer, or
No. I am a Western dancer. I perform a hip hop dance form.
what are your weak areas? You feel that you lack, you have some deficiencies, and you need to improve that.
Honestly, right now during this interview, I guess my weakest area is my banking awareness right now. Indeed, sir. I guess I have to brush up a lot in it, because after talking to you, I really feel that I need to brush up if I want to get into the
No, that is
interview.
our awareness part. That is only your
Yes, sir.
awareness part. I am talking your personality traits.
Personality wise,
In what is your deficiency? I'm not asking. What is your weak area of your personality, which you need
about
to
my
behavioral
personality.
aspect?
So as far as I cannot recall any such weaknesses about my personality, because whatever weaknesses I had, I am working on it. And whatever weakness I have, I know that they are not something that cannot be worked on. So I'm working on it. So I do not feel like there is something that I can recall.
Okay. Suppose you are
Yes, sir.
selected and
Yes,
I
sir.
post you in your own area.
Yes,
where,
sir.
you have to.
Yes,
So
sir.
what way you would like to contribute as far as to your area as a banker?
Yes, sir. So first, yes, sir. So first thing, I remember like before few days, I had visited a bank. I don't know want to which bank, but I had visited there. And I saw that there was some problem there, and the problem was the customers were not able to express themselves properly. And because of which a lot of the customers outside were like, ये बैंक के लोग को ऐसे नौकरी मिल जाता है, इन लोग को ऐसे बिठा दिया जाता है, and all those complaints people were having. So the only thing that I guess I'm going to implement is listening to the customers and being available for them. Because when I am joining this organization, I will always be representing my organization. me not giving time to my customers is equal to my organization not giving time to the customers. So I don't want any defame of my organization. So the first thing I'm going to do is to be available for all my customers at the time.
Sir, we end or anyway, we had a very long, lively interaction.
Lively interaction. We enjoyed a lot.
We enjoyed a lot. And you
All the very best
entertained
to you.
us in many ways.
Thank you, sir.
Feedback will be given to you
But
separately.
you must have realized by now what are the areas as far as
Yes.
interview is concerned you have to improve upon. But anyway, a separate feedback will be given to you
Yes, sir.
separately.
Indeed.
Thank you very much.
All the very
Thank you
best.
so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
दोस्तों कैसे लगी आपको ये वीडियो? अगर आप भी आरआरबी पीओ इंटरव्यू की प्रिपरेशन करना चाह रहे हो तो दोस्तों अड्डा 24/7 आपके लिए लेके आ रहा है 1-on-1 मॉक इंटरव्यू बैच। जी हां दोस्तों, आपके सामने आपको जाना है adda247.com पर और इस तरह से इंटरफेस दिखेगा और इस इंटरफेस में सबसे लास्ट में आपको ऑप्शन दिख रहा होगा IBPS RRB पीओ एंड क्लर्क। इसके ऊपर क्लिक करना आपने और सीधे हम आ जाएंगे बैच के ऊपर। यहां पर आपको दिख रहा होगा IBPS RRB पीओ एंड जीबीओ। इसके ऊपर क्लिक करना दोस्तों, ये आपका कुछ इस तरह से ओपन होकर आ गया ये बैच, जहां पर हमारे पैनलिस्ट भी हैं। यहां पर आपकी सारी क्लासेस होंगी, आपके करंट अफेयर्स की क्लासेस, बैंकिंग अवेयरनेस की क्लासेस और पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट की क्लासेस भी होंगी। और साथ ही साथ दोस्तों आपके पैनलिस्ट की भी क्लासेस होंगी इस बैच के अगार्ड, ठीक है। और इसमें आपको जाना है बाय नाउ पर। बाय नाउ पर जाके आपको इंटर कूपन कोड आ रहा है और इंटर कूपन कोड पे जाके आपको कोड अप्लाई करना है Y307 कोड, और इसको अप्लाई करके आप देखोगे प्राइस यहां पर 1839 का हो जाएगा। तो दोस्तों जिन्होंने अभी इनरोल कराना है फटाफट इनरोल करा लो, क्योंकि ये बैच आपका 6 अक्टूबर से स्टार्ट होने जा रहा है। थैंक यू गाइस, बेस्ट ऑफ लक।